Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls. So, I don't know when this is going to go out, because I assume that Elden Ring is actually going out on time. But I wanted to figure out what was actually going on in the rest of the Ring City. There's all those archer guys who just eat through my stamina and my health in one go. And that's a bit of an issue. But I can't see any other way through. And I wanted to play through this and record it so I could play through it myself when I replay this game. Which I'll probably also do before Elden Ring comes out to get some practice in. Right. Are they gonna... I'm just gonna hide around the corner as much as I can. Okay, that's close. Right. So you're still here.
Worry not. I am if thou art yet you to curse.
But he doesn't have anything useful. There is a small bit down there. I can't remember if I recorded that or if I just had a quick look there afterwards. There is a small path down there, which looks like it could be fairly safe because it's around the corner from most of them. Ow. They fire multiple arrows. Okay. Is that a drop down? Can I hurt these guys? This seems like a pretty good place to test stuff. Okay, I can't target them. It also appears that my spells have changed. That's not good. Okay, so basically I've updated Cinders since I last recorded. So now, if I actually have a look at this, where has it gone? There it is. So it can only cast pyromancies, sorceries and pyromancies. Okay. But what? Oh, half my rings have disappeared. Interesting. Very interesting. Do I not have my summoning book thing? Well then, I'm going to take a quick detour back to Firelink Shrine. Because I could do with some spells and some summoned help. Because I feel like my summoned help could actually distract those people quite a lot. And luckily I have plenty of souls saved up. So if I need to pay to get the summoning book. Covenant, leave. Purchase item. Friendly Hollow, Friendly Hound. Okay. It's interesting. So these are pyromancies now. So rather than just summoning book, it's spells. Small amount of health to conjure allies. We'll go with the Hound. And I'll get the heal as well. So that was from purchase item. View inventory. Okay. So that's been changed massively. And debuffed quite a lot by the look of it. Okay. And that only takes... I thought that used to take up 2 slots, I thought. Right. So we'll go with Conjure Hound there. They have to be pyromancies for me to actually be able to cast them. I'll move that to there. That becomes that. And then pyromancy. I thought there was a Dark Age that didn't cost anything. Although they're sorceries. That's no use. Paramancy, miracle, miracle. So I could immolate myself. But no, I think I'm going to have to go for the Black Fire Orb. That's the only thing that actually fits. Okay. Don't have any of those. Well, let's head back to the Mausoleum Lookout. But that's changed quite a lot. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. Though the ally was very overpowered, to be fair. But I think this is too far in the other direction. There we go. That's better. So now all of those are summonable, or usable even. So I summoned a hound. I can then heal them. I should probably ember up in a second as well, as long as I survive this. Wow, okay. Ah. Companion is still dead. Okay, that's a massive debuff. I think that's a little bit too much on this class. Right. Right, it's not the best place to ember. So I really need to equip more rings. Maximum FP. What's Guinevere's Blessing? Right. We'll go with that. Okay. So they're not moving. So they're the person that summons all the people. Okay, now they are moving. But nothing happened. Interesting. Right. I feel like this is a stupid idea. But there is just the thing down there. So if I die. Okay. So I think if I get a shield with better stats, it uses up less stamina when I get hit by stuff, I think. Right. Okay, I'm safe here, surprisingly. What's down here? There's a thing here. Can't interact with that. And there's a chest that I've already looted. Okay. So am I supposed to just fight my way through all of that over there? I mean, it's pretty non-stop. All the archers. But if it's only a few hours, I can take them. Right. I'm just going to ember up. And then once they've disappeared... Okay. So is this a safe point? Okay. And then if I run through to here... Okay. Where do I go? I'm going to guess in here. I can't really see where to go from here. Do I need to make a run for the main guy up there? I mean, they're summoning them pretty much non-stop now. Okay. I think there's no... There is a way up the stairs, but I don't think there's any protection up there. If I just... start throwing some of those. No, that didn't help at all. Okay, there is a slight gap there. So I think if I summon my ally there, and then the arrows stop. That was pretty well timed. Oh, there's a little way down there. Okay. This is tough. I don't know if I can survive that. Equipment. I might have an item. I thought there was an item. Oh, that's a bit weird. She's frost build up. Temporary damage boost. I thought there was an item that just stopped all damage for a very short time. Temporary. Aha. Unlimited uses. Okay. Where's that? There. So, how long does that actually last? Okay, that does not last long, but that should be long enough for me to actually get to that doorway. So yeah, I didn't really see it before, but I can see it now, just above my head. Ow. Okay. Should be able to do this. They're taking their time and actually doing anything. So let's run straight to here. Okay, I can see my souls. Is it worth going for my souls? Probably. So I had just over 100,000, I think it was. And they are fading in and out of existence. Right. The Birth 30 pellet is ready for use again. So I should be able to make it to my souls and then down to that doorway. It doesn't actually seem like much of a doorway, which is unfortunate. Is that just a dead end? I hope it's not a dead end. Okay. Was that not my souls? Well, that's all the souls gone. There is a way through there, and the pellet did not last long. And there's an enemy over there. Okay. Interesting. Right. I could just try and max out my armor. That could work. Right, sort resistance descending. No, sort absorption descending. Yes. Okay. So my helmet is probably the most I can get. Are these sorted by absorption as well? They are. So I go Mirror Knight armor there. I'm going to forget what all of these items are. Ironclad gauntlets. Okay, that's a lot of weight. I don't think that's a good idea. Okay. Right, where was my armor? Sort by weight. Descending. Okay. So that's the high weights. It wasn't that high up, I don't think. I think it was that. Okay. And now some kicking. Restores HP. Boost defenses. So Londor Tincture, what do I want to replace? There we go. I mean, that's... It's an idea. It's probably worth testing out. I mean, I'm not the fastest in this. But I have a bit more defense. And I'm fast enough to make it to here. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that's nowhere near enough defense. But I am protected here. Ish. But where am I supposed to go? Ah. Oh. Okay. So there is a way down there. Okay. In case you couldn't tell, I've never been here before. But this is something. Right. Let's change back to... Where are the bloodstained gauntlets? I think that's what I had before. Yeah, abuse weapon. And then the leggings, I had the jester's clothes? I think it was the jester's clothes. Deserters. Right, show item info. There we go. That was full damage. Back to my original gear. Okay. So let's hope I can actually jump down to that bit. Okay, I left that a little bit late. See, in theory, just down... I'm just going to use that. Is there a... Okay. So, it sounds like I take damage, but I don't. Aha. So I've made it down to here. Now what? So they're throwing fire at me. Okay, there we go. Right, I'm hoping there's a bonfire soon, because that was a pain to get through. There is a ladder. Seems like the only way to go. So I'm guessing I'm working my way down there, since there's plenty of items down there. Right. Okay, that's not good. Ah. That's very not good. So that just gets me to here. Okay. So I don't think I actually did any damage to them. Right, my hound is alive. I think am I embered up? I don't think I am. So might as well do that. Sure. Shorten the casting time. Could help. So it's those archers there that I'm worried about. That was bad. Okay. Is there anywhere back here to hide? Okay, that's something. Ow. So he's going to keep summoning that hammer guy next to me. Nope, wrong spell. Where's the hammer guy? Can't see him. Hopefully, they're permanently dead. Ghostly Assault. Is that a spell? Please tell me that's a spell. That's pretty good. Okay. Well, yeah, hopefully that should make getting through here a little bit easier. So maybe there isn't a bonfire anytime soon, there's just that chance to kill them. Okay. That doesn't seem like an inviting place. That seems like a trap.
Many of us are by the fire, forsaken. I speak of thine kind and mine. Behold this city. We are kindred, but like two eyes which gaze upon the other. Fear
Okay.
not the dark, my friend. And one was a wayfarer. Only the abyss granted closure. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast.
Okay. That's some very Bloodborne type talk. Oh. Ow. I really should have known to look out for that. Right. I don't like the black fire orb. Let's just stick with the mournful flames for now. Okay, so that's a dead end. That's a dead end. Are they fake walls? No. Just need to be more careful so I don't get knocked off by something. Hello. Ooh. They're about to do some lightning stuff. Okay. But yeah, I feel like I've been severely reduced in what I can do. Which is not good coming to a high level place. I can hear something. There it is. That isn't the... I can hear one to the right as well. There we go. I can still do that though. But yeah, if I could summon my ally properly, this would be a much nicer area. I can hear more noises. They're not through there. Are they hanging off the end over there? Apparently not. Apparently they are, though. Ow. There we go. More ritual incense. Okay. Aha. A bonfire. Seeker of the Spurned. Hello. You have a crossbow. It's loaded. And that does a lot of damage. There we go. I need to start building up some more souls again. Right. So there is a chest. It's not a mimic. Good. Hallowed ring. I do have just a bolt in my shoulder. Right. Hallowed ring. Boost damage against abyssal creatures. I assume most things here are going to be abyssal. That's going to be a shortcut for later. Ooh. That made me jump. So it's way down over there. But the guy that spawned in, he was guarding this area here. A tarnished coin. Okay. So it looks like there's only one way to go. Right. Ooh. Something's causing me to be cursed. But it stopped. Was it that guy? Ooh, I can see movement. Is it just a... No, it is a thing. Well, that's bad. Oh, I thought he grabbed me. But did I manage to roll out of it? Or did he not actually grab me? Right. Let's try that again. Okay. There's lots of these guys around. I mean, it's pretty much only these guys around. But we are actually getting into the city now, which is quite nice. Field full of flowers is very suspicious. And what is that? Come on, die to the damage. There we go. So, a dragon head shield and a ringed knight straight sword. Okay. That's going to be fun to fight. I can hear more of the guys planning to jump down on me and grab me. Right. Are they down there? Ooh, that one's cursed. Okay, so maybe that's what was causing me to take damage earlier. Okay. And there's that guy there. How about I summon my friend? Press the wrong button. Oh, they're terrible. So I don't seem to be aggroed by them, which is interesting. Okay. Oh, that's new. Oh, that's bad. So they can summon a circle that damages me and heals them. So they can cast miracles. Ooh. I thought something popped up on my screen there. Oh, was that my hound disappearing? Okay, it's another one of them. I'll have to take them out now, though. And, of course, there's multiple. Right. They are gone. Where are the other ones? They both died. Okay. Ow. I don't know how I'm actually supposed to be up here or not. Right. There's one there. That's where the stairs are. Oh, hello. Okay, the stairs are behind me. Good. Ah, interesting. So that floor there, the enemy on that I've killed, isn't one I can get to with stairs. I do actually have to jump over. Okay. From here, I should be safe to attack that guy down there. If I don't accidentally step over the edge. Unless they're going to try and jump down on me. Which they might be. I can hear lots of footsteps down below me. Oh, I can see them coming. Right, there we go. And if I do that, I can hear more footsteps. Okay. This is a little bit tense. So that's the only way to go. Okay. Right. No, I keep clicking the wrong button. I've been playing too many other games recently. Okay. It's another one of them. The Hound is not doing too badly, really. Oh, it's Harold. Okay. I'm going to go in here. In the hopes that they can't get inside. They can. But at least I'm not being blasted with lightning while I'm in here. Ow. Ow. Okay. This is a tough area. Right, I can hear armor. I keep using the wrong thing. Right. Yeah, I keep pressing R to summon my ally. I'm trying to think what game I've been playing that would make me think it was that button rather than what it is supposed to be. Hello. Ow. Okay, that didn't do too much damage. Okay. Right. Is this going to be the shortcut? Oh. No, it's a door.
Speak thee the name of God, thine own God, if thou canst recall.
I mean, that seems like the best answer.
Ah, then thou'st not forgotten. Perhaps 'tis why we may converse. I am known as Shira, servant to the Princess Filianor, matriarch of the church. They who
Okay.
ken to God's name surely ken to the terrors of the dark. Please, I bid thee take not from the princess her peace or rest. As the fire waneth, does she lie by the dark, all for the sake of man.
Okay. But I'm fairly sure we were told at some point, I think when we first got to the Ring City, that she's lying, that she's not actually asleep or something. Which probably just means she's going to attack us when we think we can attack her
Thou'st
safely.
a kind heart to speak to a captive such as I. It is no surprise thou rememberest our God.
Okay.
May I ask thee, perhaps thou'st beheld the lone dragon that inhabiteth this city? Medir is his name, and the Archdragons are his forebears. He once
Okay.
railed against the dark, but was by dark afflicted. Now here, returned, he remaineth, to watch over the sleeping princess, true to the old accord. And yet, I would have thee put the dragon to rest, before the dark consumeth him, and his vows are forgot.
So we need to go put down the dragon.
I offer my sincerest gratitude, thou who art ken to God's name. Please, take this.
Ooh, sacred
I
chime.
have asked a thing most terrible of thee. May this token of thanks be of aid.
Okay, I assume that is a cleric's chime. For miracles, yeah.
I beg of thee, afore the dark.
Okay, so I'm not sure if I actually trust her. Because this whole thing is very suspicious. It's very much one person says one thing, the next person contradicts them. But I feel like we'd have to fight the dragon regardless. Because I don't know what else we're doing here. Right, Purging Stone. So there's a way through there, and there's a way down there. I feel like through here there's going to be a dead end and secret stuff. Okay, so there's him. And that aggroed him. Right then. So there's a big kind of centre bit here. There's lots of little pathways. I feel like I'm going to get lost quite quickly. Alva. Who's Alva? Are you Alva? Meet my dog. Ow. Okay, my dog's dead. I forgot about that. Okay. Were they called Ruin or were they a ruined knight? Some people have confusing names. Right. Let's head up these stairs. They were guarding this little area here. Which seems to just have this single item. Human dregs. Okay. I feel like who's it I needed to trade those with? I think it was the Archbishop? Someone like that? Right. Can I actually get through? I can't. That's been blocked off. There is not really a way through there. That feels like that's been put there to block that way off. Okay. So I guess we just need to carry on down this path. Oh. Hello. Aha. I can see that other thing was alive, but I didn't want to get too close to it. There we go. Did that interrupt the spell? It did. Okay. Right, at the next bonfire I might remove the ally heal thing. Just because they die so quickly, it's not really worth it. Okay. So that's the way down to a swamp. There we go. Let's trade spells. I think mine wins. There we go. So that is a dead end. Was there a way up to that bit above me? I guess there might have been a drop down that I missed. Okay. Is it another Herald? It is. Ow. There we go. Okay. So now into the swamp. Is this where the dragon is? I don't know, there seems that there's lots of enemies here. He's running away. Okay. Well, that's a new attack. So I do remember that from when I played a cleric for a bit. Oh, it's one of the big things that summons the Horde of Archers. Okay. Right. Am I going to get... Oh, that's terrifying. So I'm not getting poisoned. I'm getting cursed in this area. See if I can outrun their spells. I would really rather not get cursed in this area. This is a very long ladder. Are you a person... I can't target them.
Met the dark with learning, but in the end learned his knowledge was wanting. The world began without knowledge, and without knowledge will it end. Does not this ring clear and true? Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin.
Okay. Are they... It sounds like they're going to try and eat something. Oh, hello. It's another ruined knight. Okay. So there's another knight over that way. Those guys are still alive down there. I kind of want to get that item before I go any further, otherwise I will forget. And they have healed themselves up by the look of it. Ow. Okay. That's them taken care of. Right. Let's grab that. That was not really worth it. But oh well. I'm collecting all that I can. And I've managed to get a lot of my souls back. I'm almost up to where I was before. Though I guess if I hadn't lost them earlier, I'd be on double where I am now. But let's not think about that. Right. So there was a bridge down below that I could have gone on. And there's this higher bridge as well. But I'm guessing I might be able to jump down from this higher bit to that lower bit. Yeah, it looks like I should be able to. Especially with that guy clinging to the side on the left. It makes me think that he could go up or down. Okay, he's boosted himself up a bit. Right, that's one down. And now for number 2, who's got a bit of a smaller shield. But that means he should be probably attacking me a bit more. There we go. Got to trade a bit of damage. Right, there's an item around to the right. I think. It's like that something's going to jump up there. There we go. I knew there was going to be something there. Oh, that's what I thought was the item, was just a flower. Okay. Right. Ooh. Okay. Let's just blast him off there. There is one further round as well. I'm not going to worry about that for now. There is a chest. I'm suspicious of it. As I am with all the chests in this game. Okay, I thought that was a cursed knight, but it looks like their cape just flew up. They can't actually do anything to me. They should be going down. They're not taking damage from my... Ooh, spear and a great shield. But yeah, they weren't taking the damage over time from being hit by the dark spells. Which is a little bit odd. So I guess they're immune to a certain type of damage. This feels like a trap. Well, it's a trap in one way. Okay, I'm out of stamina completely. There we go. Yeah, that made me feel like there was going to be an enemy that jumped out around the corner and pinned me in place while the mimic went after me. But apparently not. Right. So there's an item there. Are you still hung up on there? You are. There we go. So there is a way through here. That was close. They almost jumped on my head. Is there going to be another one? Yes. Pretending to be dead. And another one further around as well. Okay. There's a lightning gem. Are you an enemy that's alive? You are. Okay. Aha! Interesting. So that was just a shortcut round. Okay. Right then. Now I need to try and make it through all of this without getting completely cursed. And I'm slightly concerned that the big guy is going to notice me and... Who's staring at me? Big guy's going to notice me and try and summon a horde of people that I won't be able to defend myself from. Oh, I thought I killed you. Right, they'll take enough damage to kill them. There's an item. Big guy has not noticed me so far. I think heading over there is my best bet. Though I can see something hiding around the corner. There's also a guy hidden over there. Right. Let's... Oh, I forgot they were dead. Okay. I'm going to go up to that bit first, then round to there, I think. There's an item there that I missed. Okay. You're an enemy. Okay. They almost seemed like they were going to talk then. But I'm guessing the smaller guys might try and warn them. Because they don't seem to actually attack me. Or they might buff them all, be under their command or something. Locust arm. Fun. Right. So this seems safe. Ish. Ah. Bonfire. Interesting. And there is a gate. Doesn't open from this side. So that's another shortcut through. Okay. Making progress. However, all of the enemies have respawned. Okay. There's an item over there. Nope. I'll do that one. There we go. Right. I kind of want to get up there just so I don't have to walk back through the enemies. Ah, I could jump down to there. That gives me a bit more freedom to take on the spinning tops. Okay. See if I can get that from here. Just about. Right, what are the locusts doing? They're digging into the goo. Okay. I can hear the big one. Right. I need to let my curse go down a bit. So there's another big guy over there. There's another big guy up there. Can I jump up on top of that rock? Nope. Okay. I might have to make a dash over to that side there. I don't want to head too much further to the right, because that's where the big guy is. So I can hear a lot of movement. Right. I'll let that chase them down. Oh, hello. Okay. I am relatively safe. I'm concerned about the big guy. Aha. Hello. Okay. So is that... That is a way up, kind of, to that point up there. And there seems to be an item. And a whole way up. Okay. Let's head up there. Just because it seems relatively safe. Or not. Okay. Well, that's them taken down. Now I want to deal with those guys up there. Okay, that one's down. Sounds like there's two left. Is that one there the last one? Okay. That's a lot of clumped together enemies. Is that one that I've killed? It's always worth checking. Oh. That one is attacking me. They've got quite a lot of range on them. Okay, there's a couple over there as well. So I guess this was just kind of a safer path round. Okay. There's quite a few of the bigger locusts over there. Let's just get all of their attention. So why not? Right. That should take them out. Or not if I'm not close enough. There we go. They're gonna heal. Nope, they can do a bit of damage to me. Okay. Let's keep heading round, because that seems like a big open area over there. So I'm getting a lot of curse build up. It's just not great. But I am safe. Okay. So was there a way into that building? I didn't really stop and look. Okay. So the building over there. I'm trying to figure out where to go. I feel like I should head back and explore that building there, but I kind of want to see what's in there. Do I have something for curse? I do. Purging stones. Well, let's have a look. See if it works. Okay, there is a way into the building. It's not a mimic. Ooh. Right. I should be able to make it back to land before I get cursed. So I can save as many of those stones as I can. So I can hear a bug. It can outrun the flames. Interesting. Right. So I assume this is going to be a cliff edge. It is. Right. I mean, it wasn't too hard to actually get over here. It just took a while. So the bonfire isn't actually too far back. Especially if I'm heading straight here rather than winding my way through the outside. That's a lot of guardians though. It's a lot of dark knights. Can I take on two at once? Is that going to aggro the other one? Right. There we go. So I've got a full armor set. That's quite nice. Can I lure him down? Nope, he's coming down anyway. There we go. Spear ornament. Ooh. Right. Ooh, hello. Okay. Right, can I get close enough to the big guy to do something? It's kind of possibly not worth going after them. Other than maybe for the souls. I'm not in desperate need of the souls at the moment. It's another spear guy. I felt like an earthquake type thing. There we go. Right. This is going fairly well. Right, that's a drop off. So do I need to jump down there? That was a noise. I don't know what that noise was, but it was a noise. Ah. Okay. So I could get to that, what looks like a mine shaft. Ah. And I think that's a dragon. Okay. Interesting. I do actually have to go up this building to get to this area. Okay. Progress. There's an item over there. It's probably not worth it. Is this going to open up a shortcut? Please open up a shortcut. This feels like a shortcut. There we go. Right, I'm not going to bother resting because, I mean, that's the last one I rested at and all of my stuff is at full. So there's a bridge. See, that's definitely the way to the dragon. Right. That's what that noise was. It's the dragon. Right, I kind of want to head over to the far side and actually explore the area, since I have a quick way to the dragon now. So, let's do that. See if I can clear up some of those locusts. There we go. That's the big one. Ooh, I did not want to fall down that quickly. But that's fine. I'll just grab that and go. Okay, there's another big one. And it's trying to spray me with something. Okay, there's quite a few of them now. There we go. Oh, I thought he was about to die from my damage take. Okay, that's just rude. So he should have died, but he still managed to get his big attack off on me. Please don't summon a whole load of archers. Okay. I made a mistake and got his attention. Should not have done that. Okay. Ouch. That was bad. Okay. That's a lot of souls to get back. That could be an issue. I'm sure I'll be fine. Okay. Let's head out the shortcut. Just because I think it gets me slightly closer. So how far away are my souls from here? All the way over there. Okay. I think I'm just going to go for them. Or maybe not, since I'm being targeted by a lot of things. Right. Okay. I'm on land. Oh, and they have a long range on their aggro. Okay, let's get out of here. And see if they still keep attacking me. I mean, if it comes to it, I could just teleport to the bonfire and restart, now that I have my souls. So I probably should spend my souls at some point. Oh, hello. It's a Dragon Knight. Ow. But do I actually get my Ember or not? Okay. Interesting. Why is there a Dragon Knight here? That's my next big question. Because I understand a lot of the other things, because they probably came with all of this. But the Dragon Knight is a very specific thing, person, whatever they are. So it's a little bit odd. There's a knight there. Did I just ignore that knight last time? I feel like I might have. Or I might have fought them. I can't remember. Right. They are not following me. Okay. I'm going to get rid of the Purging Stone. Did I have one of the Infinite Dagger things? Apparently not. In that case, I'll keep it for now. Right. So I used an Ember even though I didn't really have to. Ow. Ow. I do not want to get too close to that cliff edge. Okay, that worked fairly well. That was bad. Ow. Ow. That was close to being painful. Ow. Okay, this is going fairly well. Especially with an attack like that. Okay, one more hit and he's probably down. So as long as he doesn't hit me first, I'm good. And I get the full armor set. Ah, okay. That was tense. Okay, and there's a lot of these empty heralds around. I guess that was all that was at this kind of end of the swamp. So let's go towards the dragon, I guess? So I'm going to see if I can spend some of those souls first. Otherwise I'm just going to lose them again. Right. So. Intelligence is not worth it. So let's go into faith. I mean, I could go into intelligence and try and max it out for the bonus that I can get from that, but it doesn't really seem worth it. I mean, it doesn't seem like I'm going to get to that unless I reset all of my stats and just put them into that. Which I might do right at the end, just to see what happens. Oh, that's bad. I think I was very lucky with where I chose to stand there. Where's that? Okay. Interesting. I mean, it cleared out all the enemies. Or most of them. I thought I heard one about to jump on me. Okay. There is a guy still alive somehow. Right, I'm just gonna head in, I think. So that's a way down. Do I go up or down? There's can't be too much down. Probably just that chest. So this seems like the end of the path. No, there's a way down. Aha. That bit of red cloth with a marker. There's no other way down there. I can get through there. I go down again. Probably going to be a dead end. It's probably going to be an item in the one of those that I don't check. Because that's how things go. Right. Is that a mimic? It is a mimic. I can see it moving. Right. Let's try and fight a mimic in very close quarters. I need to gain some more stamina. I think just sticking with my weapon is probably the best thing to do. Unless it stays still. There we go. Don't put the item in the wall. Good. Brushwood armor. Interesting. Right. Which way was I going? This way. Ooh, that seems like a bit of a deeper crypt. That's got stairs. Okay, I'll come back to that. That seems like the way out from this lower down area. Or not if there's just a drop there. Oh, wait, no, that's where I came in. Ah, okay. So this is the only way to go. I'm slowly figuring it out. This is a bit of a weird area. Oh, hello. Well, that was rude. Where am I? Where are the wretched? I just do that twice. Okay. Well, I think the crystal lizard may have gotten away. But I've got a new area to explore. I think. Unless that has opened up somewhere that I previously explored. Right. That's a dead end. Okay. I'm slightly confused. Right. So I think this is all leading to the same place. I need to go back to where that crystal lizard was. Down here. I'm just going around in circles now. What's that? There. Then... Ah, there we go. That's where I needed to go. Round there. Then through there. Then that's the dead end. Now I'm just running around in circles. Okay. Not there. That one. Okay. So the crystal lizard will have gone, I assume. Is that... So that's the way out. So I need to go up the stairs. Ah. There we go. So if I just rest there, will that respawn the crystal lizard? Because in theory it's kind of just down these stairs. Nope, I think I missed my chance. Oh well. Right, where's this dragon? Are they still breathing fire? I hope they're not. They probably are. Oh, so we're up here. I found the dragon. Okay. So do I need to find a corner to hide behind, or...? Okay, so I'm safe here. Or as safe as I can be. If I get a bit deeper in there. It's a very loud dragon. Can I throw that over? I can. It does not like me hiding under there. This feels bad. That was bad. Okay. Interesting. How am I supposed to get past that? I guess if I'm quick enough across the bridge? But I'd have to save all of my stamina just for that bridge. So I kind of want to use the bloodthirsty pellet at some point. Come on. Bloodthirsty pellet recharge, please. Come on. Okay, straight into danger. Ow. Well, that's just unfair. Okay. Okay. Or did me running in there make the dragon leave? That's what I'm hoping. It did. Perfect. Unless the dragon decides to come back. Okay, less perfect. And run. Okay. From bloodthirsty pellet, recharge, please. That's bad. Okay. This is painful. But why did it come back? That's not fair. Why couldn't it just stay gone? I mean, I do have a ring called the Dashmaster's Ring that I could just use here. But it feels a little bit cheap to use that. Come on. Come on. Put fire over here. Okay, the Ballista pellet is ready. There's no source to recover, so that's fine. Okay. It's all good. Okay. Now I just need to make it to another bonfire and not die. And that seems like a trap to lure me into danger. There is an item being held by a statue. I can hear something. This feels stupid. Okay, I can't get to that without dropping down by the look of it. Is this a shortcut? Please? Oh, please don't put me right in front of the dragon. Ooh. I think this is the shortcut from when I first got here. Perfect. Okay, that feels good. That feels much better. I forgot about the halfway point. Well, I need to put it back up anyway. Right, which side was it? Was it this side? Nope, it was there. Okay. There we go. Right, there's 2 ways down. That was not a trap. Wow, okay. Is this where I need to drop down onto the statue? I'm fairly sure I could hear an enemy somewhere. Right, hopefully that's close enough to grab the item. Come on. Titanite slab and a Great Lord Greatsword. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Right. So I've got a shortcut. Ah, and this is where I am now. Okay. I saw this place earlier. When I was much higher up, I think. I was probably on top of this castle. Right. Let's take on this knight. Who looks like he's got 2 big swords. Ring Knight paired greatsword. That sounds heavy. I want to have a look at that. But that sounds way too heavy. Right. So I'm looking for dual weapons. There we go. So that is quite heavy. Yeah. 22 weight. It's not the heaviest thing I've got, but it's pretty heavy. But I guess that's relatively light for a dual weapon of that size. Right, I'm really hoping the dragon doesn't just drop down behind me as I try and open these doors. Because I feel like that's the kind of thing that would happen.
Unknowing visitor, return from whence thou camest.
Okay.
The abyss runneth deep, by the king's decree. None may disturb our mistress's slumber.
Okay. So is the...
Turn back,
Was it
unknowing
Princess
visitor,
Priestess asleep in here?
by the
So I'm going to guess that was the dragon talking in my head, or at least some other kind of boss enemy. I mean, that's a fog ball. Ah, there we go. Unbreakable patches. Hello. What are you doing here? I mean, I'm still suspicious of him because he tried to trick me, but that was ages ago. I assume he is actually on my side. Traverse the fog. Let's go. Oh, Argo. We got an armor set for Argo, I think.
Sworn defender of our princess Thevenin. Hearken to the call that summons thee.
Okay. He's gonna summon someone? Who is that? They've got a tiny bit of health. Okay. Half-Light, Spear of the Church. It's going down surprisingly quick, so I'm guessing they've got a second phase. Either that or the first phase was supposed to be a lot harder. I hear someone else summon in. Okay, that's them down. Okay. That was easier than I expected. I guess the ally was supposed to heal them a bit more, but we took them down too quickly. Okay. Ooh, bonfire. Good. And then a lift up. So Argo is still around. They just teleported out, I think. Secret doorways. Nope. Glaive Master. Okay. There we go, that's what I wanted to happen. The dog was a good distraction. An Elden Ring, really. Halberds. Interesting. Well, I don't know when this is going to go out, but I have the Elden Ring. I win. But it has some... That's something to do with glaives. So, once resided within Stonehaven Sanctuary, where he honed his mastery of the glaive. So that could be the tie between Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring. And I'm discovering this in December before the game comes out, so... I don't know, people might make theories, and I expect that to feature in it. Because you can't have a game called Elden Ring about, I assume, an Elden Ring, and not feature the Dark Souls Elden Ring. Assuming that was an official thing and not something added by Cinders. I assume this is the princess. That sounds like a bad idea. Sounds like a very bad idea. Is it gonna suck me in or something? Oh, I broke it. Whoops. Is she gonna wake up? Her eyes don't look healthy. Is she just gonna scream at me, or...? Nope, there's some magic happening. Okay. Ooh, that's not good. When all the plant life has died, that was alive before, I think. That's different. Okay. So have I time travelled or something? Because before it was all swampy. And now it's all dusty. And that's definitely the way I came up. So that's the way out. Okay. Ooh, is that something over there? So I assume am I supposed to go to the big city or to that tower there?
Eleanor, help me, please.
Hello.
The Red Hood is come to eat us, to eat our dark souls.
Okay. I mean, they're not hostile, but there might be once they get to the tower.
Eleanor, help me.
So the Red Hood, they sound dangerous. They also sound like a Batman villain. Right. So I'm guessing I need to follow their trail. They started over here. There's a whole lot of chairs. Ooh, there's a cutscene. That's a few dead bodies. Quite a few dead bodies. And one alive. Are we about to see the Red Hood? I'm gonna guess that's the Red Hood, seeing as they are wearing red.
What? Still here?
They seem familiar.
Hand it over, that thing, your dark soul.
Is he the guy that sent us to
My
Ariandel?
lady's painting.
It is. The painting, yeah. It must be. Though he looks a little bit bigger. And more murderous. Slave Knight Gale. Hello. Okay, I do not do a lot of damage. And he has a massive amount of health. Ow. There we go. A distraction. The distraction worked. Surprisingly well. Ow. Right, I'm just going to heal up. He's jumping around a lot. Right, the dog is almost dead. The dog is dead. Well, that was a bit of a distraction for him then. Ow. Okay. At least we've got a nice big arena to fight in. I don't have to worry about falling off the edge of a building or something. Right. Ooh. Which way am I rolling? I don't know, so he can't know. Ow. I rolled the wrong way. That's bad. He's going down slowly. Ooh. Okay. This feels like a phase 2. I'm not ready for a phase 2. So if I die, then I assume this is going to be a fog gate.
Is this the blood?
And that might mean I can summon someone to help me.
The blood of the dark soul.
They're very insistent on talking about the Dark Soul, aren't they? Oh, has he embered up? He has. That's bad. Okay. This is very bad. Right. Oh, my spell was still taking effect. Oh, I don't like that. Ow. What is that? Well, so my spells were doing barely anything. Okay. And the fog gate's all the way back here. Right. Are there any summon signs? I can't see a summon sign anywhere. Right. Let's give that another go. He's probably all the way... Oh, he's very quick. That's not fun. I pressed the wrong button again. I think I need to go more in on my physical weapon. Because it seems to be doing a lot more. And I've almost got him in a stun lock. Especially with the dog helping. Okay. I can skip that. Just gotta heal up. Where's my dog? Dog, please. That's unfair. Right. Okay, the dog stunned him, but is now dead. I think, what can I do? I can take cover. That's a good start. Okay. Let's just do that. Ah, that stunned him enough to cancel his attack. Ow. Okay, that's a lot of soul things. Ouch. That was close. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it. But we'll see. Okay. Because I'm quickly running out of embers. Right. If I get down to... If I ember up each time and get down to 5 embers, then I'll probably stop it there. Just because I want to save some for when I go to Archdragon Peak, which I'm definitely going to try and do at some point. Right. Ow. Ow. I have my shield up. You shouldn't know how to do that. Okay. Let's get my dog ready to go. Ow. Ow. Right. Nope, that's bad. I do not want to be struck by the lightning. I still don't want him to be struck by the lightning in case he's like a creeper, gets charged up by it. Ouch. Ouch. Ow. Okay, we're getting close. Okay. Well, that's not fair. he waits until I go invulnerable to jump around lots. Did I get him? Oh. Blood of the Dark Soul. My heart is going very, very fast. Okay. Was that it? Was that everything in the Dreg Heap? Ah. Well, that's a lot of bonfires. So I'm going to guess that that was everything in the Dreg Heap. So I might run around a bit and check. Sure. Let's just do that. Well, I set my limit of 5 embers a bit early. Right, that's all empty. That is also going to be all empty up there. I'm curious to see if I can get to that big city that I could see. But it feels like this area is just empty. It was just supposed to be one big arena to fight Slave Knight Gale in. Alright, anything up here? Oh, no, not a world border, just a slope. Okay, so that's the tower that I came down from. I'm guessing that mountain ridge is going to stop me from getting to the city. But I'm still going to head over and have a look. Seems to be kind of a way up the mountain over there. But it does seem like that is pretty much the border of the world. Yeah, I'd say that's the edge of the world. Well then, that has been the Dreg Keep. I'm gonna go have a break and then maybe go and do Archdragon Peak. So it took me a while to figure out where the path to Archdragon Peak is, and I think I found it, unless it's been changed. So you have to go all the way through Aerithal Dungeon to one of the lifts, and then come out here. And I have to Google all of this, otherwise I never would have figured it out. And then apparently do that. And then a cutscene is supposed to play. I thought it wasn't going to work, but there we go. So I have no idea what happens, other than this should take me to Archdragon Peak, and then I can start to figure that out. Though I've heard the boss for that area is much harder. So I don't know if I'll get that done or not. We'll see. I mean, that was a very anticlimactic cutscene. I'm hoping there's going to be more cutscene, and I'm not just shoved into the world like that. Okay, I've just shoved into the world. Okay, so this is Archdragon Peak, which I have explored this start bit a little bit. I think when I first started recording this, something accidentally took me here. Yeah, I think I communed with a random shrine and it took me here. So I've done this start bit before. That was close. Hello. But other than this little outside bit, I haven't got any idea what to expect. Right. And I actually need to remember where to go. Plus, I haven't been here on this save, so I need to collect all the items as well. So I can go either way around this rock. I assume it doesn't really matter. Ooh, hello. Who threw a fireball? You threw a fireball. My shield is not so good against fire. So this would... Is it a different shield to the one I remember having? I don't know. So many of the items have changed around with the Cinders update. I don't know anymore. Right. So that's all of them dealt with. And there is a bonfire here. Good. Right, I'm not gonna rest. I'm just gonna light it. Because then all of these people stay dead. Right, there was a small doorway down here. Is that just going to be for a shortcut? Looks like it. Yeah. Right. I guess it's time to go inside the building. So yeah, this is similar to the DLC bits. I haven't actually ever done this before. So other than a very difficult boss, I don't really know what to expect. Hello. So there is a way around here. I guess that enemy is to kind of let you know that this is a way around. That's a big one. And that probably would have jumped down on me. Oh, that's big. There we go. Okay. Well, that's this outdoors bit cleared. I think. Do I pull this to open the door? Usually that leaves us the other side of the door. Okay. There's a bell. I assume I would have to go and ring the bell. I also am guessing something's going to jump down on top of me. Because it's Dark Souls. I mean, that'll do. Oh, it's a boss fight already. Okay. Ow. Okay, do I just need to get past it? Can I make it to that bell? Is that just going to give me an easy way to do this? What? No, it's not. Okay. Is it going to try and push me off here? I think it might. Okay, this is a lot faster. I'd be surprised if I can take it down just from attacking its ankles. Doesn't really seem like it should work. Okay. There's a person down there. I mean, it doesn't really feel like a wyvern is the best thing to fight right as you get to a new area. But sure. Oh, there is someone hiding around the corner as well there. There is an item up there. Also some text. Plunging attack. Oh, I guess I was supposed to jump on the wyvern's head or something. Okay, so that wooden platforming is supposed to lead to that item. I will need to remember that when I get up to the top of that thing. Right. I'm gonna guess this is a dead end. Hello. That went right into my spell. Dragon Eye. So yeah, that was a lot easier than what I've been fighting recently. So I guess this... You're supposed to do this before the DLC? I guess this is part of the main game, so... would make sense. I mean, they all have a lot less health. There we go. Plunging attack. Just keep saying plunging attack. That was effective. There we go. What are we gonna get? Serpentine Axe. That rings a bell for some reason. I think that's one of the things that's good to trade with the crow on top of Violent Shrine, something like that. Right. Ritual Incense, Titanite Chunk, a ladder and a staircase. Does that just lead to this little area here? I mean, it's a little bit odd. But, sure. Right. So that's where I came from. So let's head up these stairs. So I'm guessing we have to head around the outside of the Wyvern Arena. Ooh. You spawned in from nowhere. So we have to head around the outside of the Wyvern Arena, round up to where the wooden bits were. Right. So there's a way through there. Try plunging attack. No. Ooh, he turned to normal at the last minute. Right, the big guy is heading this way, so I should probably deal with him. Ow. Right, that's dealt with. So yeah, I'm guessing that's the right way to go. So I'm gonna go round through here. See what that cultist was guarding. So I can hear something big up the top here, which is only a little bit concerning. Oh, it's one of the big axe-wielding snake things. Well, probably more accurately, dragon thing. Okay. We just hit each other right at the end. Right, Alluring Skull, you're hiding around the corner. Now you're not. That didn't do a lot of damage. Right. So was that just supposed to be a small little loop to get some extra souls? I think it might have been. Ow. Right. That's him dealt with. That's a long way down. Okay. There's a ladder to his left. Ow. So am I supposed to go through or up? There's a lot of text over there. I have a feeling there might be a bonfire in there, but it won't take too long to get back round here. Unless we get killed. Which I'd rather we didn't. Right. We're onto wooden platforming. Come on, camera. Behave. There we go. Okay. So there's a lot of wooden platforming here. I think I'm on the stuff that I was looking at earlier. So this feels very, very unstable. Right. So that is a platform down there. Ooh, that was close. I did make it on. But I feel like I should have jumped onto that stone bit instead. There was a lot of text on it. Ooh, Dragon Slayer lightning arrows. That feels like something that I'd need for the boss. And now to run all the way back round. Right, I'm not going to jump down onto that stone bit. I feel like that's just going to take too long. Because I'd have to go all the way back round this bit again. And I feel like this video is probably going to be long enough without doing that. Though I don't know how these videos are going to go out. We'll see. I might just... It might have already happened. I might stick all of this out just when the rest of the Dark Souls series finishes. Just as one long video of all the bits of DLC and extended game stuff. Maybe. If there's a bonfire in here, I might go back round because I can just teleport back. Oh. Right, who summoned that knight? That was a summoning noise. Is it someone up here? I gotta guess it's that guy over there. Okay, the knight is still around. There's a fog gate. Right, are you alive? Draped with a greatsword. They were sounding as if they're alive. Holy Flame, Band of Sparks. But the Band of Sparks is going to let me do extra lightning damage, something like that. Ah, and this, I'm guessing, is the shortcut back to the first bonfire I found. It is. They're all still dead. Have I not found a bonfire since then? I guess not. This is the only bonfire in Archdragon Peak so far. I mean, there's plenty still to explore, so... Or at least I assume there is. Right. I'm going to have to respawn there at some point, so I need to make sure I send that back down. But if the bonfire's just there, as long as the big guy here hasn't respawned, which they have, Okay. Deal with them, then send the lift back down. And then explore. So yeah, since the bonfire is pretty close, I might go and see what that text was on the big stone slab. Ooh, hello. You're still alive. That's kind of impressive. There we go. That was not the best fighting I've done, but it worked. Silver Serpent Ring. Where's the Silver Serpent Ring? 'Cause that looked interesting. More souls, sure. Why not? Fog Gate. I kinda don't want to go through there. Right, where did I come from? I came from that side. If I remember correctly, there's some ritual I can do here that'll do something. Let's try doing past the dragon. Aha! I was correct. Immortal Dragon Great Shield. That sounds heavy. Right. I don't want to go... I don't want to drop down. Oh! That was close. It almost shoved me off. Okay, that's leading back round to the other wooden bits. So it's kind of where I was going anyway. There we go. Ring of Steel Protection. Physical damage absorption. Sure. Might as well try that. And while I'm looking at items and stuff... Yeah, that's a bit heavy. And it's better against fire and lightning. So that almost feels like it could be worth equipping. Other than the equipment ratio thing. Right. Let's see what these say. Weakness head. Plunging attack. Okay. Oh, am I supposed to run all the way around here and then use this to get the wyvern? That feels like something that could be true. I mean, that would make sense. You don't really want to kill something just by hacking at its ankles. That would be stupid. So going for the head is a much better idea. Right. Ow. I can take that damage, that's fine. Maybe not too much more, though. Right. That's the ritual incense. Right. Need to get that guy. Right. I assume they did manage to summon the knight. No, they summoned Havel. Interesting. I know Havel's got good armor, but the magic armor isn't amazing. I feel like magic damage might be the way to win against Havel. Because I know he's got very good physical defense. I mean, I could try. Ow. That kind of worked. There we go. Right. Oh, there's two of them. They're hiding around the corner. There we go. Dead end? No, there's a chest. Well, it is a dead end, but there is a chest as well. Serpentine armor. Right. Back down to the ground floor, because I think there was one other path that I hadn't looked at. See, I've been up there, I came through there. I don't think I've been through here. Is that just a dead end? Maybe I have been through there. Right. I don't really want to do this. I know it's going to go badly. But going through that fog gate seems like the thing to do. Mendicant staff. No idea what that is. Okay. Ooh. That looks like the Londor tincture. So Gaius is invading. You're hiding around the corner. So you can have that. They weren't very mighty. Right. There we go. So I'm assuming the fog gate back there is supposed to be the final boss of this area. I'm fairly sure it is. Because while I haven't played through this area myself, or really seen anyone play this, I have heard about the boss. I'm fairly sure that's where the boss is supposed to be. Jumping straight towards the mouth. Not the best idea, but it worked. A band of stone. Right, there's more that way. I can hear movement. They're trying to be sneaky. Don't jump off the edge. Okay. Almost jumped off the edge. So is that's a dead end. Oh, there's a lot of wood around the outside of that building. Almost as if there's a jumping puzzle type thing to do. I could jump off here and land on wood. Feels very risky. Maybe I'll come back to that in a bit. Oh, there's a ladder. Okay, let's go up the ladder. That seems safe enough. Oh, that's going to take me to the big bridge. Okay. Maybe not just yet. Right. How... It didn't take long to actually get here. So you know what? I am going to go on the wood. Assuming this is a correct path and not just I'm going to die. Okay. That's a little bit deceiving. That there's all the other bits of wood you are supposed to go on and then that just instantly kills you. It's a little bit mean. But that's okay. There we go. Just got away. Am I the right side or the wrong side for the door? Good. And there we go. And they have summoned a normal knight. Not Havel. Good. There we go. Right. Let's go and find our souls. So I think it was out this way. No? No, it was up by the fog gate, wasn't it? That was the way down to the right. Is that... where is that? Relative to... Okay, so that's where I come out, so I could just run straight through. In theory. And just drop down there and then avoid that summoner completely. Right. There we go. Also, I should probably ember up, just in case. So, going down on the wood bit didn't work. I don't want to go up the ladder just yet. Because I feel like if there's another boss, that's where they're going to be. On top of the big bridge. So let's head this way. Oh, this does not feel stable at all. I can hear something that sounds like another wyvern, which I'm guessing is up above. Okay, that's why they're a cultist. It's because they blow themselves up and then do a fire breath on me. Okay. I'm gonna go find that chest first. There's no enemies. So that feels like somewhere I'm gonna head to in a minute. Ring for Retribution, that probably gives resistance to lightning damage, I would guess. I can hear noise. Oh, that's what I can hear noise from. Ow. Okay. And another one. There we go. Right, where was that item? It's through here. Hello. Ow. Interesting. And now you're perched up there. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but it might hit high enough. Aha! It did. So I could, in theory, get them down very, very slowly. But they're jumping from peak to peak. I don't like that. It feels like I'm going to get eaten. Or at the very least set on fire. Ooh, the light gets really weird. Right, if you do one more fire breath, that'll kill all the enemies. Perfect. Okay. I've made it to relative safety. Right. Oh, hello. Right, where's the person she summoned? There. They have no name. Interesting. Ricard. I do not know who that is. Okay. So that's where the chest was before, down there. This feels... I don't know, it feels dangerous for some reason. So there's a way through to there. And that's a way up higher. Or I can head through to here. In which case there is... To travel the path of the dragon, do not ring the great bell. So I shouldn't go and pull that lever. Okay. I'm very confused as to what I should and shouldn't be doing. So I shouldn't ring that lever. Let's head up here and see what's through here. This could just be back to where I was. I mean, there's a chest there that I haven't got. There's also a cultist over there. Ooh. Ah, hello. Let's open that chest. So is that also just going to take me on top of the wall? Okay, so, and there's a whole other building over there. Seems like a dead end. Also the kind of place where they put something with a health bar. That's a fog gate. Well, I guess I know what's up there now. So let's go and explore this little area first. Staff of Serpents. Okay. So that's through a gate to another fog door. Okay, there's a lot more fog doors than I thought there would be. So that's a total of 3 to go through currently. Right. Stairs up here. Is that just to the bonfire? That is. Okay. Well, that removes one route to explore, because it just leads straight out here. Right. I'm hoping this is a dead end. I don't think I can deal with a fourth fog gate. Oh. Oh. One of them had a chain that they were throwing. It was the big one. Can I hear something making noise? That's what I can hear. Okay. That is done. This feels dangerous. So let's actually head up into this temple. Oh. A dragon hunter. Okay. Ooh, they're quick. They're moving very quickly. Especially with a shield. There we go. This feels almost like the Undead Asylum at the start of Dark Souls 1. Aha. So this is where I can spend some dragon eyes. Drake Fist. Don't have enough faith for that, but I almost do. So I might grab that. Just because I'm a single faith off. Okay. So that's what's up there. Now I just need to remember my way to the other fog gates. So. Oh, and I need to go up. There's one ladder left to go up, I think. But yeah, as for where the fog gates are, there's one back in the main room. There's one up the ladder. This ladder here. And then I'm fairly sure there was one back through there. It doesn't look like I can actually get back through. I mean, I could have been wrong. Or maybe I'm thinking of the bell as a fog gate. I can't remember. Oh, this is going to go badly. I can't remember what's going to be through here. Hello. Oh. Right, I can dodge the arrows. So if I just take out the armoured guy. Ouch, I got hit by an arrow. Well, that's a bit rude. Okay, that was effective. They don't do a lot of damage to me, which is quite nice. But I guess they're, yeah, more of a carry damager. Or backstab person. Are you going to backstab me again? Nope, you're dead. So now it's just the archer. Ouch. There we go. So that was the trio of explorers. They had multiple fog gates. So I'm guessing all of the ladders led up here? Where's that? Oh, the dragon was perched up here, I think. Right. Do I do anything with this shrine here? No. Is there anything I can do with this dragon? No. So then I really hope it doesn't come back to life. Let's head down here, because that seems like the only way where there isn't a way up. There we go. That's the cultist dealt with. Ah, there's a chest. Okay. Ooh, Havel's armor. That's quite nice. Okay, so I could slide down there, I guess. Or I can just run over to here. So I thought there was another fog gate that I just kind of ran past before. And seeing as all the enemies are still cleared out, I'll have a quick run through. So yeah, that's where I went before. Ah, yeah, so there is a bonfire there. I'm only one heal down, so... Okay, that's kind of warning me against ringing the bell. That's a little bit laggy. Right. Where do I go? I think I go to the other bonfire and go up the other ladder. Or do I? I'm thinking that fog gate that's just down here. That's the other fog gate I was thinking of. So I'm guessing that's the monster, the Titanite Abomination. Ow. Is it immediately stuck in the wall? Because that'd be quite nice if it was. I don't think it is. Ow. It does seem to be distracted by the wall. We had the same attack. Interesting. There we go. It's slowly going down. Ow. Ow. Is my dog dead? That was not a good attack. There we go. Okay. So that's opened up these side bits, which don't seem to actually have any purpose. I mean, that's another fog gate dealt with. So the only one I know of now is the one right back at in the main room. Which this bit might be above. The layout of everything's a little bit confusing. No, that is that fog gate. Okay. Interesting. So now there's just the ladder up to have a look at, which I'm going to guess, I forgot that guy was there. I'm going to guess leads up to that boss fight. In which case, I have no idea where to go. But yeah, chances are this ladder just leads back up to that fight. But it's worth a look. Aha! At least for a chest. There we go. Dragon Slayer armor. Okay. Now what? I guess I need to ring that bell. That's probably the only thing left to do. That I can think of anyway. So let's see what happens. Ooh, it's raining. And that building seems to be collapsing. Okay. So I'm guessing... Well, I think this is the boss that I was thinking of before. And I can't imagine this fight going well. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm just going to summon my dog. Yeah, this is the fight that I thought was not going to go well. Oh. It's a little difficult to keep track of where they've gone. Ow. Ow. They're moving around too much for me to actually lock onto them at the moment. Well, that was rude. And that's a lot of souls. I shouldn't have gone in with that many souls. Okay. I might try and go and grab the souls, teleport out, and level up a couple of times. Ooh. Or I could just get them from there. Because I want to compare the new fist that I unlocked, that I bought recently. So if I put another couple of points into faith... Right. Magic Beast Claw compared with... Where are the fist weapons? So there's the Magic Demon's Fist. So that does a lot. 280 plus another 80, so 360. That does nowhere near. Okay, to be fair, this is a plus 10 though. Right. Let's give this another go. Am I able to summon anyone for this fight? Can't see any summon signs. So it's just me and my hound, I guess. Right. What are they going to do? They're going to fly straight through me. Ow. What even was that? I didn't actually see an attack. Right. Let's just run away. Ow. Okay, I'm guessing my dog is dead again. I don't like that it keeps unlocking me. That's a little bit mean. Okay. So they have lightning spears. Oh, is it down? But that was only phase 1. But we're getting there. I'm fairly sure that's supposed to be the easy part, compared to what comes next. I mean, I'm going to be surprised if I can actually beat him. But if I can't do it on this fight, I don't know, I might give it one more try, or I might just end it there. We'll see. Depends how this fight goes. Depends how close I am. Because if they get one good attack in, that's probably all of my health gone. And I'm out of stamina. And it unlocked me again. Okay. I think I want to heal up. This isn't going too badly, other than when I completely miss an attack like that. I think I went a little bit too early there. Oh, that's bad. I think I dodged just at the right time then. Ouch. Okay, I think I need to focus on melee attacks. I think they actually do something. Ow. That was close. That was also very close. Oh, that's bad. Ran out at just the wrong time. I'm having to focus quite a lot on this fight. Ow. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to beat him. My attacks just do so little against him. I just did not see that attack coming. Yeah, this is going badly. I'm not going to be able to beat him at all. I pressed to dodge. I did not dodge. And I'm out of healing now. What are these attacks? Alright. Let's get a little bit more damage in. Although, am I up against a wall? Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to call it there. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.